The video begins with Kormit J. Peterson on some talk show.
And here we have today, Kormit J. Peterson. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for inviting me onto your show. I'd like to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, the nature of natural rights. The fact of the matter is that all beings are in a constant struggle with nature. Human rights are not recognized by nature itself. Otherwise, wild animals and diseases and parasites wouldn't kill us and rats wouldn't steal our grain supplies. They would recognize our right to life and the right to property. Those are generally considered to be human rights, right? So then, what about natural rights? Well, if there are natural rights, then they have to be on some higher or lower order of being depending on your perspective of whether nature is higher or lower relative to where we are, respectively, whether it's closer to God to be closer to nature, or if we're ascending upward from nature to try to reach God, and you could make an argument in either direction. That largely just depends on perspective. There is, however, one natural right that is recognized by all beings, large and small, and that is the right of conquest. The right of conquest is one simple rule, and you can derive additional rules from it, but the one rule is, if you can take it and you can keep it, then it's yours. That's it. Simple, right? Well, ultimately, all morality and all philosophy subconsciously derives from this rule, or tries to subvert this rule, or reverse it, or whatever. And the postmodernists have taken modern discourse so that they can try and pretend that this is wrong or evil and shouldn't be done, but that's all nonsense, because that's what they did to do it. Now, why doesn't this right seem to be present in our laws? Well, our military is based on it, and you can sue people, but the point is that our governing bodies are using the rule. They took us, and as long as they can keep us, we're theirs. We are theirs to dispense so-called human rights onto. Those are all really just privileges afforded to citizens to keep them in alignment with the governing body. They can be given or taken away at the will of the governing body, as you may notice, when it is convenient for them, and especially when it is inconvenient for you, and makes it harder for you to invoke natural right numero uno against them. Now, one of the emanations of this rule, this fundamental right, is the duel. Someone wrongs you, so you challenge them to deadly combat to right the wrong committed by eliminating the offender. Weaklings might try to call this legalized murder, but the reality is that justice requires evil to be destroyed, and good men cannot stand by while evil flourishes. Henceforth! Billjoe Swaggins, you bastard! You deflowered my dog and shat on my cat! I challenge you to a duel to the death!
Billjoe Swaggins steps out of the audience.
I always hated your stupid lectures. Let's go! Right here, right now!
He pulls out a pair of knives.
Schwing. Don't you know better than to bring a knife to a gunfight?
Kormit tears off his shirt and reveals he is ripped. Then he flexes. An intense battle ensues, which ends with Kormit snapping Billjoe's neck. He returns to his chair and pulls out a cigarette.
I don't actually smoke, I just thought it would look cool to pull out a cigarette after that duel. Now, what was I saying? Oh, right, yeah. See, right of conquest. I get his stuff.
Kormit shows the camera Billjoe's wallet and puts it in his pocket. The show presenter dies of astonishment.